Come have some fun and watch some games. Time to get crazy. It's night and day. Yeah. Night and day, back again. Back in the world of the Talos Principle, getting real close to the end, the top of this tower, and whatever that weird looking rail system is in the sky. And yeah, I did run around here. At the end of the last episode I found a transmitter outside that we'd probably found before. And I did... Oh, the elevator is still on the upper floor? Oh, never mind. I'm just going to bring it down now. So, I didn't find any connectors. But, I realized you don't just need a connector, you need two. Because looking at the angle from the transmitter to the receiver, you can't get it in one shot. And we just saw in the very first puzzle here on floor 1 that we could... take our connectors outside of the puzzle. And now we also learned that there's no fall damage after being mistaken about that for the majority of the entire time we've been playing the game. Alright, so let's grab ourselves a couple of connectors. We don't need to leave this open. Now, yeah, the guardrails here are tight. So, the guardrail that is open on the other area is pretty suspicious. Can I just throw this over? One would hope. It's still there. Alright, so... yeah, it's there! Look at that little triangle, baby! Alright, so let's do it that way. And then we'll take the elevator down. Can I bring these guys in an elevator? Oh, I could have just taken them down the humane way, huh? Well, good thing we're in a simulation, so nothing ever breaks. All the items can be used as they're intended. Which would mean if Elohim would not want people to go up the tower or whatnot, and they're capable of trapping people within the system, they should have just done it that way. Have certain areas not working as intended.
Listen to me well, child.
Yes, Dad.
Do not ascend the tower. You are not meant to go there. Your purpose lies in the Garden of Worlds.
No, Dad. Silly Dad. Being such a silly little silly hilly billy. I wonder if he only says that if you exit the tower normally. Oh, there it is. Nope. Hey, junkers. Bam. Give me that star. Yes, please. Stars are just a silly form of a Tetris piece. Kind of would have liked it if the stars were different shapes than traditional Tetris. Like maybe 5.5 square shapes instead of 4 square shapes together. Anyway, let's go up to floor 4. We've never been there before. Elohim getting worried. I am in the tower. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I can't jump though. I wanna jump. I wanna jump. While I'm talking to the chump. It's Elohim is a clump of big old poop. Sticking together like glue, like glue. Okay, thank you. Hello, that's the next way. So we figured out the thing. Alright, great. So our guess was right on that one. We only have 14 sigils left. Is this using all 14? No. But it's using 12? Floor 5 is only going to take 2 sigils? There were no other red sigils in the entire game. Huh. Is this symmetric, please? Yes, it is. Okay. So this is not 14. What? Why does this look so huge? Is this checkerboard like blown up differently compared to usual? So all we have to do is half of it, 1L, 2 of these guys. Alright, so if we do this, then we mimic it. Uh-huh. Huh. Okay, well, I didn't mirror, but we got it. Huh. Well, I don't know. I was thinking about that one in the wrong way. But we cut most of that so you guys didn't have to deal with it. So I guess no one got this far before? I know some of my answers were wrong now. I just don't know which ones. I have these theories and wild explanations, but I don't know which to bank on. What do you mean, answers for what? You either solved the puzzles or you didn't, right? So, if you mean your answers about what's been going on, it doesn't matter because those aren't the things that get your progress in the tower. And if you mean solving the other puzzles, your answers were right. The solution to the cycle isn't the perfection of one being, but the product of a mass endeavor. That is why I say to all those who come after me, I will await you on the summit of the tower, and use what I have learned to assist you as I can. Okay. So, Shepard being ever helpful, and then got screwed for his efforts. Betrayed. It's so weird that we can jump. Like, if there was a hole in the wall, also on floor 3 where the railing is open, it would make more sense, because then we could try to go for that star. But as it is, I'm not sure what that's about, baby. I'm also going the wrong way. Yeehaw! Alright, what's the puzzle? Ready for the puzzles, not so much for Tetris. We have 14 Tetris pieces left. Oh, they're all going to be used for floor 5, and then floor 6 isn't Tetris at all. Floor 6 is just stars to go forward. And when we get to the password at the end of floor 5, they're going to say, oh, couldn't make it, couldn't find the password. Elohim stopped him.
There are flaws in the system. I think sometimes it accesses the wrong databases, pulls random data. I don't know how bad it is. It all seems to be stable, but I can't tell what kind of impact this is going to have on the process, and I just don't have the strength to go over all of the code again. I just don't want it all to be for nothing. I spent all my time here. I I didn't visit my parents. I didn't see my friends. I did nothing but work. And I'm so scared that it didn't mean anything. That I just wasted it all because I thought we could... we could save the world.
That is sad. It's a little bit crazy and far-fetched also. Like, even if they pulled off every single thing they were trying to pull off and had time to refine it pretty well, that still doesn't guarantee that they would make an AI. So, like, introducing, oh, it also failed, is a little bit much. But they always do that in stories like this. And the random element helps cement, hello, floating flying key, friends. The random element also helps cement the idea that AI was able to be created or whatnot. Because if they don't know enough how, if they had eternal time and everything that they did worked out correctly, then they would make an AI. And they would know ahead of time if it was a fully functioning, intelligent life form or not. So, if they can't do that, if they don't know how to do that for sure, then you could say, oh, the randomness got introduced into the system, and that was the key. Something that nobody knew how to do precisely was what made the actual AI possible in the first place. Humans didn't know how to do it, but they put in enough secret sauce where it got super close, and then they did it. Okay. So I can pick up the thing, carry me in the recording over here. Real me can jump up there with the cube, put the cube on top of this. I jump on the cube. Recorded me comes over here and jumps. Hopefully that's high enough, because these are the only tools we have. Alright, so let's recordito su mama. Recordito totito totito tito totito totito tito totito totito tito su mama. Does the recorded location of the cube matter? I don't think so, but it might. Oh, you know what? It might. We might want the recorded cube here. So that recorded me... Yeah, they have a freaking square of where it needs to be. It's outlined in yellow tape or whatever. Alright, try that again. So, come over here. Recorded me comes and waits for me. Real me picks up the cube. Comes over to recorded me. Puts the cube on recorded me. Jumps on the cube on recorded me. Recorded me then comes over here, jumps on this cube for a little bit of extra height, then jumps, jumps, and jumps some more. And real me on top of the cube, the real cube, on top of recorded me, then jumps also to get the keys. And that should be enough height with all of these objects in play. So I'm going to put the cube here, jump, jump, and be ready with the cube. I guess I can already do this. They'll come back later and get the cube. Alright, that's okay. I'll figure it out. Wait, what? I put that down to pick up the cube. That makes sense. I place the cube, I come back, I pick up the thing. There we go. All for some keys. The tower puzzles are very self-contained. These are almost like tutorials for the other puzzles, like to force you to learn a single element of how certain things interact together. Now you jump and I jump. Just like that, baby. Woohoo! When I move, you move. Alright. Like in some ways, if you did these hard lessons, some of the other levels would have been easier if we did these first. And it forces you in these, it might be easier to have done it this way first instead of the other way first, because this way forces you to do just one confined thing. These two tools in this one room, so you don't have to be wandering around the whole area guessing, oh, is there something else I need? Anyway, this should be the last place we can get a password. When we get to level 5, they're going to tell us, oh no, I couldn't get the password for you. Alright, Athena again. 16, a second awakening in... Beep. The fires burned here, but beyond the incense she could smell the cold wind from the kingdom of Artemis where... But I am not Hephaestus, you see? For though I wield his hammer and know the secrets of his forge, I am not lame, and neither am I a god. Who are you then, they said. Who are you then, they said. I am Athena. I am my own person. But I'm an idiot, because for a while I was confused and thought I might be exactly Hephaestus for no reason, even though I didn't... Was Athena made in Hephaestus' image? Because she doesn't look anything like him. Anyway. Sacred numbers. And so the blessed messenger revealed unto me the bones of New Jerusalem, slumbering in the dust that was the body of Adam, awaiting the day of resurrection. And lo and behold, within the dust was concealed a holy fire. And the fire, the sacred numbers, of which the one you seek is 446. And I perceive that with the holy fire and the sacred knowledge of numbers and sigils, the rekindling percentage of 5. 5 is right out. The actual correct rekindling percentage was 3. I don't know if anyone's ever going to read this, but if you do, if we succeeded, then I want you to know that Alexandra stayed until the last moment. I'm leaving, too tired, too broken, desperate for a few moments of peace with my remaining loved ones. But she's still there, and she won't give up. And yes, there are thousands like her all over the world giving everything they have because they believe in humanity. But she's the one that I know as a real person, a colleague, a friend. I know that she likes peanut ice cream. Peanut ice cream? Is that a thing? Peanut butter ice cream? Peanut ice cream. There's like walnuts and pistachio. Peanut ice cream. Have you guys ever had peanut ice cream? I've never had, and I don't think I've ever seen peanut ice cream. Maybe she just makes it on her own by mixing peanuts in ice cream. And hates strawberry. That her favorite band is Pink Floyd. That her favorite poet is Blake. That her favorite TV show is Futurama. That her mother... At Cornell. Studied at Cornell. That her dad's name was Carl. That her mom's name was... Beep, 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 beep. I don't know if I should be ashamed for leaving, but I know that I'm proud of her. She was the best of us. Remember her. You should be ashamed of leaving. If literally she's there working until her dying breath to try and make any sort of... If you didn't believe in the project, you shouldn't have been there. Like, take a day off, sure, but stay there with her. Try, if you guys believe in the project, then, you know, if that's humanity's last best hope, then try to make it happen. If you didn't believe in the project, that's fine too. But then you shouldn't have signed on board, right? Like, they knew what they were signing on for. And if they didn't believe, it's not worth it carrying on. If we create AI successfully and we're carrying on in the form of AI, then it's okay. But it's not really it doesn't count the same as carrying on the actual human race of biological humans will all be dead, so I don't believe in it. And if that's fine, that's your stance, that's totally a valid stance, but then you don't join the project. If you did join the project, you should be fighting. If other people are fighting that good fight, trying to make sure that there's any semblance of things being carried forward, then yeah, you should feel ashamed if you're going home to hang out and she is there working to her dying breath. I see the sacred number again. What was it? 442? It was 446. Okay. Alright, device manager. Accessing. Bloop! Alright, 5. Boop, 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 boop. I wonder if they put in an actual correct code for floor 6. Because there's only so many combinations of 3 numbers. Now that we know the pattern is it's a 3-number combination. If there's only so many combinations of 3 numbers, someone could theoretically just raw guess the right answer for 6. And then get in there without collecting every single star. Or if they put in some failsafe and like by the time we get there, it's just going to be like access denied, access denied. Okay. Well, that's nice and babying. We're a nice baby. We did it, and we are our own baby robot. Alrighty. So back to the elevator, I guess. I'll also take a look outside the building, see if there's any apparent way that we can jump down to where 3 was. No, that's definitely not that. And then from there, maybe we can access that star. It definitely looks like a place where you can't access it from its own floor. And it is suspicious that right next to that is where the failed guardrail is. So we would think that those two things are related, but right next to it there was a drop down pretty far, but there wasn't anything that looked like a passage into where we wanted to be. Not anything overt anyway. If there's freaking walk through walls and stuff, that's like, those are inconsistent. And some of the stars, they exist for inconsistencies. Get to them in ways that you can't. Or maybe that's wrong, because that's how I got a couple of stars, but I was wrong when it came to the one star where I thought you had to do platforming. Alright, all the last red sigils. Are you symmetric, please? Yes, you sure are. Okay, thank goodness. Alright guys, meet you back here in 2 years. 2.8 years. Gigawatts, baby. Oh. Okay. Fine with me, baby. Mirror that like a freaking chumba. Chumba that. Oh, we can't do it exactly. We have to mirror it. That's fine. That is fine. Hell yeah. 14.1 was easier than the 12.1. I couldn't get the 12.1 to match symmetrically for whatever reason. So is this your last, I assume? Maybe you have one left after this. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Because you sounded like you were dying at 21. So this is probably not going to be great. Probably not going to be great. Oh no, it's a skull. Oh no. Alright, let's check out apparently her last words here. There could be one on floor 6, but you know, the skull doesn't bode well.
I can't keep my eyes open anymore. I think this is it. The end of me. I don't believe that I will continue to exist. I would like to think that there is a soul or spirit, some part of my consciousness that will persist. But all the evidence says that when my brain dies, I will be gone. I've lived my life, never turning away from the truth, even if it scares me. And I can face this. Face my own end. And say with absolute conviction that it was good to be human.
Whoa. We have to let this dude out and get the tools. Letting him out, he's right next to those tools, so we're gonna have to let him out and then get the heck out of Dodge. Yeah. It would be, there's some poignant last words and all, but it would be funny if she died while still recording it. And it was just recording forever, and that's why the machine, or that's why the system started to fail, because it's still recording to this day, and it's finally filled up. There's no more storage left because of Dr. Brennan's constant dialogue, or constant diary, infinite diary recording. Alright, well, they let us do this, so we're gonna try and do this, I guess. This is a little bit over, but you know. Oh no, we can walk. Okay. Pigeons. Okay. Was that just the Easter egg to see pigeons? Oh no, they're still... We gotta... They didn't put in a Zelda sidle animation, which makes sense, because this is pretty much the only place in the game where we're doing this. Huh. Is there a reason this is there? Are those my laser lights? Or is that actually just a rectangle? It's just a square that's a graphical glitch? I think that is what it is. Uh-huh. Well. Should we do just a big swimming jump? Dive off of this? Swimming jump, yes. That's what it is called. Did you see the swimming jump competition? The pigeons are there. So I think this might be like more, instead of just blind jumping, maybe it's follow the pigeons? Huh, alright. So instead of just doing a big running jump and getting as far as we can jump that way, let's follow the pigeons, because I think those are pigeons down there. I don't see... Anyway, alright, let's do it. Okay, camera got too close. Are those pigeons? Maybe those aren't pigeons. Those are just like whatever it is that they are. Now from here, where am I? Not all the way to the bottom. Is there any relevance to where I am? Can we get inside? Doesn't look like it. Is this where we can access that one star? Maybe. Should I keep going to where those, what I thought were pigeons are? Because there's 7 things there and then like a hole where the 8th one should be. Seems like I should go there and then drop in. Oh, good. I can see the side of this. I wanted to see if there was an opening. It doesn't look like there's an underside to this. So I don't need to drop down there to see if I can get in. I can't see it from here, so I guess this is the side. I can check and see if there's anything. Nope, nothing relevant to fall onto there. Looks like this is where we're supposed to be going. Boop! Okay, we want to land right here. Oh, what? We didn't land right there. I wonder if there's fall damage. Well, we're totally fine.
In the beginning were the words.
Oh, I landed outside the bounds of the words? I ran forward. Isn't that something? Okay, well, we want to try that again because that looked... as we're psychopaths. It looked relevant. Oh, crap. So we gotta do this little Mario hopping. Bye-bye, Flappy Pidgeys. Okay, we're gonna just go from here this time. I wonder what happens if we jump and go the other way. Because it looked like we passed where he dropped. We ran back towards where inbound should be, and then we went out of bounds. So that's very curious. Alright, we still want to go here. Uh-oh, I think we missed it, guys. Yep. Whoa! Where are we now? Oh, man. Doing crazy dives. Crazy dives for Crazy Dave. This is probably all for a star, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, play Talos Principle. It's like a nice 20-hour game. Unless you look for the stars, in which case it's a 120-hour game. Not sure what kind of weird physics implementation has it being super slidey after we fall. Let's try it like this, maybe? That looks right. Yes! Okay, that's what we wanted to do. I guess before we go in there, we'll take a quick look around where we are. 3. Yeah, okay. So 3 should be the one with the busted guardrail, yeah. So this should be how we get to our star. Anything else up here of consequence? Most likely not, but, you know. While we're up here in this weird jump area, we might as well take a quick look around. The simulated snow. Oh my jeebles and creebs. Oh, never mind. Okay. Better that you can't actually go in that window. Alright. Nothing really relevant over there. Alright, so in we pop. And we can get to our star. That we saw oh so long ago. Nice. Do we have enough stars to do the next entryway thing? I don't think so. We had 14 and it took 10. So does it take 10 for all of them and there's 30 stars in the game? Most likely that sounds about right. Or it could be 10, 12, 14 because the other ones were increasing over time. Alright, so now we got to go up to world or level 5 and do that part of the puzzle of the tower, but we're gonna do that one next time. Damn, we're getting close. We're getting close, we're gonna get to floor 6 and be blocked. And then, we gotta make a choice. Because I don't want to spend literally, 80 hours looking and trying every nook and cranny for the remaining stars. Anyway, we'll have to figure out what we do when we get there. We'll see you guys next time. And then once we did that, things started to move forward.
Why have you ascended the tower?
Oh, you can see me.
Why have you betrayed my faith in you?
Because you're a dick.